Alright guys, I am back with my review of this week's WWE Friday Night Smackdown for January 18th, 2013, the big Fiesta del Rio. My god, this show was just so boring to me. I could not care less about any of this crap. But it starts off with the Fiesta, and they have some mariachi guys out there, a Mexican lady dancing around, sombreros, the whole thing. It was just so over the top. It was like racist. I mean, it was crazy. But Del Rio says he wants to celebrate Big Show not having the title anymore. Dolph, AJ, and Big E come out. I'm pretty sure someone in the crowd said, "Fuck you, AJ," and even on a tape show, they left it in. So they clearly didn't even care about this episode. Dolph says that he will cash in on Del Rio, and Dolph tells Big E, or introduces Big E to Del Rio and Ricardo, and Big E says, "Que paso, little man?" Very strange. Del Rio tells them to leave, and Dolph threatens to have Big E lay him out so he can cash in. Big Show comes out. And I'm just wondering what all these mariachi guys are thinking watching all of this, because they're still in the ring at this point. And Big Show just stands next to Dolph, and Dolph says that Del Rio's outnumbered, so Sheamus comes out. He makes up with Del Rio, says he deserves to be champion, shakes hands with him, while the heels just watch all of this happen. Just the whole thing was really strange. And Booker comes out, says if Big Show ever puts his hands on him again, he will have a bad day, sucker. He makes a tag match, of course, for Sheamus and Del Rio versus Show and Dolph. And Booker says it will be a tag team main event extravaganza. This does not make me excited for this match. And he tells the heels to leave, does a spin-a-rooney. Sheamus dances around a sombrero with the Mexican lady. That was the opening segment. Complete madness. And it was pretty boring. Kofi versus Cesaro. This was a pretty good match here. I don't know why Cesaro didn't get an entrance. Kofi jumps off the top and Cesaro catches him. And he goes for a Hurricane Rana, but Cesaro turns into a neutralizer. This was awesome. Really liked the finish to this match. Backstage, Epico and Primo and Rosa make fun of Miz. He challenges them to a match. Kali with Natalya versus Tensai. Tensai is beating the hell out of Kali in the corner. He charges him. Kali gets that good leg up, hits a big boot, and the chop for the win. Bad for Tensai right here. Kane and Daniel Bryan are talking about the Rhodes Scholars. They're doing their yes, no thing. We've seen it a million times now. Orton walks up. Daniel Bryan says he needs help with his anger. And after they win the tag match tonight, they can have a group hug. So it's Randy Orton and Team Hell No versus Wade Barrett and the Rhodes Scholars. Orton hits the RKO on Sandow for the win. It was vintage Orton. I don't know. This was an okay match because at one point I did think the Rhodes Scholars had a chance to win here. But they had Orton win the match. And I really expected them to have Orton take the pin. Maybe go on sort of a losing streak. And this could explain his heel turn, if they do intend to turn him heel. But Orton gets the pin, he wins the match. Afterwards they have a group hug. That's what happened. Miz versus Primo. Miz knocks Primo down. Primo just lays there while Miz puts him in a figure four. Primo taps, giving Miz the win. It looked really bad because Primo was actually the one kicking Miz's ass up until this point. Miz just knocks him down, and that's enough to send Primo out of it, to where he can't block a figure four. It was just ridiculous. And I guess this is one of Miz's new finishers. I don't really know. I mean, they did the thing with Ric Flair, so I guess maybe they want him to get the rub from Ric Flair. I don't know if this is just a, something he's going to do for the next couple weeks or something he's going to do permanently. Either way, it doesn't really change anything for Miz. And it's not that I don't like Miz. It's just this character, I feel like it's just not working. And it's not the fact that he can't pull off being a babyface. I think it's the fact that he's still being booked like crap. Like, he still has trouble beating Primo, of all people. and he's just not booked to look like a strong babyface, and I think that's really hurting him. So what happens here? Layla and Alicia Fox are congratulating Caitlyn on winning the title. Layla gets hypnotized by the Divas title. I guess they may want to turn her heel. They need more heels. So Layla may turn heel in the future. And Caitlyn versus Oksana, with Caitlyn beating her with the spear. An awesome video for Mick Foley going into the Hall of Fame. I really like this. The Shield cuts a promo video. They say they tried to attack Foley for causing kids to sacrifice their bodies in the name of hardcore. They talk about laying out Ryback, Orton, Sheamus, and Roman Reigns says, "Believe in the Shield." They really got to do something with these guys. I was into the Shield when they first showed up, but it feels like they've really fallen back now. Like they're just not as important as they were when they first showed up. Same thing with Ryback, really. And I knew that once The Rock came back, things were going to change up on the card, but still, it's like the Shield has done nothing really, and it feels like it's just a blip on the radar in WWE. I mean, they weren't even on the show. They didn't do the thing where they walked through the crowd. Both Orton and Sheamus were on the show, and the big thing is that the Shield has been attacking these guys, and they weren't even here. So I don't know what's going on with the Shield. Orton's watching the Shield video backstage, and Sheamus comes up. And Orton says he doesn't need Sheamus' help. He needs to win this Royal Rumble match, implying that he's going to eliminate Sheamus in the Rumble. The Tag Team Extravaganza. Dolphin Show versus Del Rio and Sheamus. They show footage of Del Rio winning the title again, how he pushed the announce table on top of Big Show. You know the tables that pretty much fall apart whenever someone bumps into them? Yeah, he had trouble lifting that and putting it on top of Big Show. Big E tries to attack Sheamus, and Sheamus fights him off. The ref kicks out Big E and AJ. So this was a great way to make Big E look strong. He can't even attack someone from behind now. Like, this is horrible. What are they thinking with this guy? They shouldn't have let him talk, and now after what they did to him on Raw, where Cena took him out, he gets basically... Sheamus is turned around, he tries to throw him into the ring post, Sheamus stops him and punches him in the face. So this really does Big E no favors at all here. So he looked bad twice this week, and Del Rio throws water in Big Show's face, and Big Show leaves. He just walks away and loses by count out. That was it. That was the entire show right there. So, what a crappy way to end it. And it really wasn't exciting the entire time. They did a long recap of the Rock concert from Raw, and just a boring SmackDown here. I would say this one's definitely below average in my opinion. I knew this Fiesta stuff was going to be kind of goofy, but I didn't know it was going to be this bad. So anyways, that's my review of this week's SmackDown. Hope you guys liked the video. Leave your thoughts on this week's show in the comments, and thanks for watching.